Welcome back to another one of our YouTube specials here at Pavers Shoes, and this time it's our long boot edit. So we are taking a stride out in style, something new, something different, some quite long, some a little bit longer, some go all the way. So sit back, relax. Sheila is here to try them all on, and I'll talk you through the massive selection that we have got. So I hope you're comfortable. Let's begin. So nice, these, and a really nice and fresh colour actually that I feel like I haven't seen in one of the long boots before actually. This is very nice. Now this is a calf length boot, as you can see, perfect for winter and slightly less clement times of the year. It's got this big lovely knitted cuff going around the top, which is really good. Inside, in fact, let's get inside straight away because you can see you've got your laces there, which for a tall boot looks really nice, doesn't it? Of course, you could wear your trousers over those or leggings within them if you wanted to. And you've got the zip that comes full length right the way down to reveal, hello, this wonderful, almost feels like a lovely sheepskin on the inside there. It's really lovely. And of course, it means you can get the laces looking absolutely perfect, and then you can just use the zip to get in and out of them. Now, plenty of grip on these as well. As you can see on the underside there, you can see that they are very rugged indeed. And it's got a little bit of a stack finish to it. Some nice features and detail on the outside as well, which is very nice. And that zip is nice and rugged and secure as well. You don't have, you know, a fiddly little toggle on it at all, which I really like. Now, there are two colours in these as well. I'm surprised, by the way, that they are not at least twice of our price because they're a very good look. Again, if you're going to one of those kind of outdoor adventure kind of stores or a department store in the right season, you might see these kind of styles. But certainly fantastic ingredients through and through and a wonderful price. The only difficult choice with these is which colour do we go for? Or maybe at that price you consider taking both pairs. Remember, you've got the buy and try money back guarantee. We're heading all the way up to the knee with these, and they are fantastic. Very nice indeed. Again, it really shows that what we've done over the years is taken inspiration from lots and lots of big names and big collections and big designers, added our own twist to it, and then more importantly, added massive comfort factor as well. These are very nice and ever so practical. Standard fitting, but you can see you've got 2 points of adjustment here as well, because these are real functioning buckles there. So down there towards the ankle, right up there towards the calf as well. You can let these out a little bit further if you want to, but aren't they strong, defined? Very nice indeed. You've got plenty of grip and support on the underside, and of course the all-important and very easy and simple zip that goes all the way from the top to the bottom. Smooth as silk on the inside as well. You can see it's almost like a sort of velvety feel. It's a wonderful microfiber in there, which means that if you're wearing tights or hosiery, you're not going to have an issue with snagging those on these. We've got two different colours. Now, we are calling what we would traditionally call either the tan or the brown. In this time, we're going cognac, Sheila.
We are, but what a great description. I think cognac's fabulous.
Yes.
I love the adjustability of these because it really has a nice overlap. So often with a wider fitting calf boot, you tend to have a wider fitting foot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But with this one, you've got a standard fit, but you could have a sportier calf.
That's true. I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, so it works really well. I love that embellishment of the strap that goes round there, but what a gorgeous colour.
Yeah, it is actually. It's almost like it's been colour brushed as well, hasn't it? Because it's got sort of different tones of colour within it. It's quite rich as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lovely colour, and I love the length. It comes all the way up there, so I think it looks really smart. The black is a must-have. I mean, we always love the black, but I just think if you want to change things up a bit, go for the cognac.
Definitely, particularly, and I'm sure you've spotted it, Sheila, as well, particularly at this price. You would never expect anything like this anywhere near this kind of price tag, so I would urge you, to check out as quickly as you possibly can. I can see that cognac being very, very popular indeed. I am loving, and I mean loving, the colour of these. It's so fresh, it's so bright, and it's on all of those big designer labels as well. I always think that gives a boot like this a bit of a helping hand as well if it has a little bit of a nod to a designer. So it's kind of a two-part story, this mid-calf boot actually, because you've got a lot of structure from sort of here down. You've got sort of a traditional kind of shoe there, a sort of ankle boot almost, haven't you, with quite a lot of structure, really rugged base on there. And then the second half of this, the top half, has this wonderful built-in slouch. It holds its structure beautifully. There's nothing stuffed inside there holding it up. It's holding its own, and again, very, very simple and easy to get in and out of these because you've got the full length zip there and the little storm flap as well. And look inside, oh, it's wonderful. Oh, it is wonderful. There's nothing like this, Sheila, in shoes for blokes. There's nothing like that ever.
You just miss out every time, don't you, Derek? But you see, we've got all that lovely comfort, but who are the people that complain about cold feet? Women. So this is why we get that luxury lining. But I do like these. They're really they look incredibly substantial, but they've got a real nice softness to them. So they're really flexible. You've got that lovely slouch, but I like that embellishment of the buckle detail as well. And actually, if you do have maybe a sportier calf, a heavier calf, it sits right under the widest part of your calf. So you're not really going to have any problems and still got enough room to tuck your trousers in.
So it's very, very flattering at the same time, which is really, really good. Listen, I know this price ends in 99. Why it's not starting in 99, I'm not entirely sure. I would take advantage of this. Bear in mind, if you're looking at this on our website or you're watching the show on YouTube right now, you can get onto the website, you can order these, you can get them home, you can try them in the comfort of your own home. You do have quite an extensive buy and try money back guarantee actually. Just walk around inside the house until you've made that final decision. But know that you can do that. So if you are liking the look, trust the Pavers comfort and our over 5 decades worth of design and comfort technology, and take the plunge because they are wonderful looking. More of our fabulous long boots right now. This is perfect. Nice crossover boot, this one actually, because it will cross you over nicely from those sort of darker months of the year to things like holidays as well, which is very, very nice indeed. Nice relaxed kind of look to it. You can see you've got a little bit of rope and buckle detail going on here with almost the little kind of tassels at the end. Plenty of grip underfoot, which is really nice. You've got a zip here on the outside, and that's just for show, that one, with a lovely knitted cuff. The zip on the inside is full of function, so it goes all the way down to the floor, and inside, just wanted to quickly show you just how snuggly soft it is on the inside as well. These are very, very nice. So I know, Sheila, that they feel fantastic already.
Oh, they do. I mean, do you know, it's amazing that you've got all these lovely winter boots that have got this lovely lining inside, but this feels really soft to the touch. And I actually like this because it's a really sort of robust boot, but then you've got that gorgeous comfort with that knitted cuff round the top.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because actually it's a real business boot in terms of being sturdy.
Definitely.
And again, repelling, showers and things like that. But also it has got that like snuggly cuddle feel to it as well.
Definitely. Really nice.
Very nice.
Everything in one, really.
Yeah, it does. It's kind of a one fits all really kind of situation, isn't it? Colour wise, what are you thinking?
You see, I keep going for like the browns and tans, but I think the black is really nice with this one, with that sort of ribbed effect, because it's got a little bit of white in there as well.
Yeah, I think nice. A nice full length coat in the winter
fabulous,
with that.
Yes.
Lovely. Snug as a bug in a rug. Gosh, and you know what? When you look at this boot, it's a great looking boot. And when you look at the price tag that it is, the two things don't go together. And maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just noticing that I've got a few more miles on the clock myself. And I'm a bit more looking at the price of things, as we all are. But the price of everything has gone up. But the price of a boot like this from Pavers, which is great looking, I love the tartan on the outside there, but you would just expect that boot straight away, would you not, to be at a 3-figure price tag? Anyway, listen here, I'm not here to talk about just price. I'm here to talk about and talk you through this fabulous boot and how it looks. And I do like the little bit of tartan detail there. It's really, really nice. It kind of reminds me of a nice sort of comforting blanket on top of the bed when you go and stay somewhere else. Do you know what I mean? It's really, really nice. Got that kind of Highland feel to it. So it's got a bit of an adventure feel to it. It's very, very sleek. It's very, very nice. You've got the laces that go all the way through, and they go on a little bit of a journey on their own, as you can see on the sides there. Now, of course, you can tie those up, or you can pop them in, do the trendy thing and tuck them in. But once you've got them set to your comfort level, then you just use the zip. The zip gets you in and out of the boot, and let me just show you how the boot is lined as well with this lovely, beautiful microfiber, which is so cuddly and so warm. And underfoot, let me just have a little feel before we get the official SP from Shelagh. Yeah, there's a little bit of padded comfort inside there as well. I would say a nice thick pair of socks just to kind of complete the feel, Shelagh, and
yes.
This is lovely.
Oh, I've fallen in love with these. Both colours. I love that tartan fabric at the top. I think on both of the boots, they're completely different, but I just think fantastic. I mean, look at that. That is just delightful. There's lots of embellishment on this boot, but you've also got the fabulous comfort as well.
Yeah, I do like that. And again, I honestly, and I'm sorry to keep going on about price, maybe it's just a boy thing, but for the price that this is, you're getting a lot of boot.
Definitely. And you've got a great amount of style with this as well. And it's something that'll get noticed. You know, people will compliment you on this boot.
Oh, for sure. Now, we're calling this one grey, but it's kind of got grey with hints of a...
I think it's sort of like a marbled effect on the top, like a marl. But yeah, it's sort of different shading in there. But then the other one is definitely sort of a light tan, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's kind of that desert boot kind of tan, isn't it? Very, very nice. A brilliant buy for its price as well. This is super, super clever because actually you've almost got shoe at the bottom, and it's almost like you've got an extra jacket but for your legs at the top, which might sound a bit strange, but I can completely understand how ladies that might want the long boot look might not want the rigidity or the feeling that their legs are kind of being squashed from every which way in a structured boot. So the top half of these is almost like as light as your rain jacket would be, and you might have a quilted black coat that you wear quite often that matches the look of this just perfectly, but it's so super flexible. I mean, it's not like a leathery kind of material at all. It's literally like a sleeve from your jacket, which has been beautifully finished with some of the material that the actual base of the boot is made from as well, because from there down you've almost got a traditional shoe if you think about it. Very clever indeed, very accommodating, very sturdy, and plenty of grip, which is what you want from this kind of boot. And of course, with it being Pavers, you have the zip that takes you all the way from top to bottom. Nice furry lining on the inside, which keeps you nice and snuggly and warm. Do you know what I mean though, Shelagh? Like, if I were a lady,
yes,
here's that age-old secret. If I were a lady, if I was going for a longer boot, I wouldn't necessarily want to feel that restriction that you might get from a boot.
They can be a little bit tight and structured, whereas with this you've got give because it's more of a fabric, more of your outerwear.
So light, isn't it?
Yeah, really lovely. But then you've got the structure from the panel running up the back, which actually makes it stay up. It's not going to slouch down at all. But a really good idea. But again, the foot compartment is very flexible. I thought it'd be really stiff, but you've got a lot of comfort in there and plenty of room for your toes to wiggle.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I have to say, it's such a good idea I mean, they're geniuses, aren't they? Our design team.
Amazing.
They are incredible. Here's a long boot that's just simple, elegant and fun as well. Really super practical. Very, very nice. Sheila and I were just talking about this and saying that it has a slight kind of biker boot kind of vibe going on there, which I think is nice. It kind of opens it up to a variety of different people. And indeed, if you were on a bike, of course, you've always got gloves on. So very, very easy to get in and out of these as well, because you've got the full length zip. I think they are fantastic. I think they're a very, very nice look. And we've got... Well, we haven't got a couple of different colours, have we? We should have a couple of different colours.
Yes, maybe it's just missing and it could be on the website.
Okay, it could be. So you'll find it on the website here. So it does come in a lovely camel as well. But let's stick with the black as we have it.
Do you know, Derek, underfoot, I think this has got memory foam or something inside because it's extremely cushioned.
You have a feel. Oh,
it's
it is, isn't
really
it? Yes.
lovely.
Yes,
it is. And you wouldn't expect it from a boot of this kind.
No.
Because you've got that really chunky sole there, but incredibly comfortable. That footbed is lovely. But again, it's got quite simple lines, but with that chunkiness, which is so in fashion at the moment. You know, the chunky look, people are wearing it with skirts and dresses and everything. And I just like the little bit of a zip detail on the outer. And also just that little bit higher at the front, at the top of the boot there, which is a nice thing. It doesn't chop the leg off, if that makes any sense.
No, completely it does. It's got to be nicely contoured and it does kind of, you know, flatter the leg. That's what you want. I've also noticed, actually, in the materials they've used, there's a slightly different texture at the back panel of the boots than the front. It's almost more of a traditional grain at the front and slightly more mottled at the back, which again is just that nice little bit of interest, which is very, very nice indeed. Fabulous choice. And remember, there's also the camel, which you'll find on the website. Now, knitted cuffs have been a big part of boots for quite a few years right now, actually. What they've done is sort of scaled it back a little bit here and used it as a way of adding extra comfort, because I don't know whether you can see just how squishy and squashy and wonderfully comfortable that is. And that, of course, is the antithesis of a brand new, very, very stiff leather that you wouldn't find here at Pavers anyway, but it gives you that instant, wonderful flexibility. So something like this doesn't need wearing in and isn't causing you irritation. There's quite nice sort of scalloping going on here as well, just to flatter the leg at the top. That slouch, by the way, that's inbuilt, which is brilliant. So you don't have to worry about it. It doesn't collapse. It doesn't change its shape, which I like. Nice bit of interesting decoration here. You've got a zip and a buckle on the outside, that they are purely for show. But the zip on the inside is purely for function, which is great. And you've got the little storm flap within as well to stop that from snagging and catching. Beautiful linings, as you can see. Let's just have a little feel underfoot there as well. Yeah, there is a nice little layer of comfort in there too. And very, very quickly, you've got a little bit of, well, quite a bit actually, of quite substantial tread on the bottom and the base of these, but yet it's not blocky. It's nicely rounded and pretty substantial at the boot itself, isn't it, Sheila?
Yeah, definitely. I love the sole unit. I love that little base there, which runs all the way around the bottom. Again, I'm looking at the colour. We're calling it brown, but it's sort of like a really sort of coffee colour, isn't it? It's a lovely shade.
That coffee might be a little weak for me.
Oh, maybe. Do you reckon?
I'm thinking more sort of mushroom. You know, when you've got a nice sort of mushroom soup on the go. A
mushroom soup.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think it's more that kind of depth.
Yes.
There is a black as well, of course, which you'll see on the website too. Same price, just different colour as well. Love the size ranges in these as well, going right up to a size 9. Because I know if you are a 7 or 8 or 9, your choices are really quite limited, aren't they?
Restricted. I mean, on the high street, generally speaking, when you go into a shop, often they finish at 7.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm only a 6, but I do know that some of my friends struggle, you know, at 8. And I mean, 9, that's nearly impossible to find.
Yeah, absolutely. The good thing is, Sheila, you always know where to send them.
Oh, yes.
Gosh, well, that was a massive, massive selection as well. And that's not all that we have, because there is so much right the way across the website. If your eye has been caught by one of these beauties, though, All the details, the item numbers and the descriptions are all in the description of this video. While you're here with us on YouTube as well, please think about subscribing and hitting the bell so we can let you know when the next edit comes out, because it could be just the shoe for you. For now though, from both of us, take care, bye-bye.